Hi everyone, today we're going to learn how to do an uneven slip stitch. This can be used for hemming pants or slacks, shorts, even your sleeves in some woven shirts, or even the bottom of your tops if you want to make it a crop top or something like that. It is virtually invisible and it looks like this. So this is my finished product. You can totally do this as I have, or you can cut a new piece of muslin. So it's up to you what you want to do, especially if you mess up, you can just start over if you would like. And just like last time, if you have issues and you want to start over, you can just, if this is a new piece of fabric, you can start over on the other side and I will grade the side that looks the best. Okay, so we're going to start with folding your fabric up about like 1/4 of an inch. You ideally want to iron this, but if you don't have an iron, the trick that I use is just folding it and using your fingernail to kind of crease it like you're doing origami or something. Fold this guy up. We're gonna do 1 inch. So we can measure 1 inch and then crease it again. So if you think about this, what we just did is like a hem for a sleeve or pants. If you want to hem your pants, because if you're like me and your legs are really short, all your pants are too long, you can cut off the end and then do a new hem. So we're gonna do an uneven slip stitch as I mentioned in the intro. So I'm going to quickly thread my needle. I'm gonna use this red thread so that it's easily visible and it's different from my previous stitches. Okay, so I have my sewing needle. I've threaded it with my red thread. So if you think about the garment, this will be probably on the inside, but if it isn't, you want to hide the thread. So I'm gonna go on the inside here, underneath that fold we made, and then poke it through right where I want the fabrics to join. So right on that fold. It's important to be super precise. So if you can see here, it's coming out right at that fold. And then right where it's touching the back of the fabric, you want to poke it through and then have your needle come out like 1 millimeter, or the smaller the better. It should only be about a few threads. Oopsies. Okay, and so when I pull it through, that red is almost invisible. So as I'm pulling this through, I'm gonna poke it in the fold again, and I'm gonna go through this kind of tunnel that the fold is making 1/4 of an inch. And now I want to level up. So instead of going all the way out and then going back in, I'm going to use this technique. And then we're going to poke it back in and repeat. So I'll do it a couple more times. If you feel uncomfortable poking it through the folded fabric and the backing, then just pull it out here and then go back just go about 3 or 4 threads across. Pull your thread through, and then right where that is coming out, you want to put it back into the tunnel, and then go in the tunnel 1/4 of an inch and repeat. So if you can see, these threads that are tacking it onto the back of our fabric are almost invisible. Because they're red, you can see them, but if this was white or whatever fabric, if you were using the same color fabric, it would be invisible unless you were really squinting. So I'm gonna finish up and then show you how to knot the end. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you how to knot the end with a little hack. It's easier than the other technique we learned before. So you're going to go through just like you did. If you see, I have the string coming out of my tube portion, that folded portion. I'm gonna go back into the back fabric and then do just the same thing that we were doing. A few threads. And then instead of going back into the tube, we're going to go back to where we started and then come back out. Exactly what we just did. Don't thread it all the way through. You want to make a loop. So I have my loop here. And just like the other technique, we're going to wind the thread. Here, let me make it bigger. We're going to wind the thread around. Pull it and then we're gonna go back into the tunnel where we came. I'm gonna go a little bit behind, underneath that fold a little bit. Go through the tunnel. And then you cut what's coming out. So there is your finished uneven slip stitch hem. As you can see, our knot is barely visible. It's a little bit behind that fold. On the stitches, even though they're red, you can barely see them at all. Okay, thank you for watching. This is, again, what it should look like And just like our other assignment, please upload that to our Google Classroom and I will grade it. Make sure that it's in focus and the lighting is okay and you can see the stitches. Thanks, bye.